All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Babel. With me here is Arctic Shadow, and we're bringing you the Malaysia National Finals. And this is gonna be the grand finals between FFKG as well as Prospector Hots Malaysia. How you feeling, man?
I'm pumped up. It's been a long day. We started about 10:30 a.m. So it's been about 6-7 hours right now, but it's been awesome, man. We've seen all the action going on, Team FFK going all the way in the winners bracket, Prospectors, just losing that one matchup, and now they're right back here again. It's the grand finals that we all predicted, sort of.
Yeah, we have Prospector Hots versus FFKG, both of which are very good teams out of Malaysia. I think you should be proud. They are good teams. Malaysia should have a pretty good shot at the regionals right now, so we'll have to see. That's it. Game number one draft has just begun, so let's get into it. And the battleground's going to be Black Hearts Bay. Prospector Hearts decided we are not going to play conventional maps with you because there's no way we can win the conventional maps, so we're not playing the weird maps, and we'll see how you react to that.
Yeah, this is definitely not a map that we see all too often. In fact, I think Team FFK has never really scrimmed on this map, even. I've never seen them do so. So this might be really, really interesting to see. I think this is maybe the trump card that Team Pros is using, coming into this matchup.
It could be. There's also the fact that the Zagara and Rhaegar are getting banned out already. Same consistent Zagara ban.
Mhm.
Greymane first pick though. Nobody cares about Leeming in Malaysia. That's the thing I learned about today. Um, Feldstad getting picked up. That's pretty good. Black House Bay Feldstad. It's very important. I would actually love to see Sonya in Black House Bay because Sonya can solo mercenary camps, and that's a very important strength to have on your side.
Yeah, definitely agree with you there. I'm thinking that FFK might pick up the Sonya here if Team Pros doesn't ban it out here. We do see the Diablo and the typical Diablo Tyrande pickup going to be picked up here by Team FFK though. So something that we've seen work so far today, this earlier on, when Team FFKG beat out Team Prospectors MY. So will it be a repeat of that?
I think it's pretty good. I mean, the Diablo Torrent combo is very old school, very much tried and tested. So far, Diablo's got a pretty good win rate in today's tournaments as
Yep.
well. So I'd like to see how this is going to continue moving forward. I like the Torrent pick as well. That's really going to help a lot. The thing here is that there is still the Jaina available, and Diablo Torrent may be able to provide some form of roam, but you still need a good damage here to finish up the damage. And I don't think that Prospector is going to give Jaina over to FFKG. I think Leeming doesn't really sync up well in his lineup.
Mhm.
Would be expecting a Tyrael ban. There we go, Tyrael ban because Tyrael Diablo that combo actually, I think that actually worked, right? That
Yep.
Tyrael Diablo, yeah, that's the part that confuses me completely. But it's gonna be a Leeming ban. Uh, Not sure if Prospector really wanted to go and pick up Leeming, but I thought that Jaina would have been better anyway.
Yeah, Jaina definitely fits better in their team compared to Liming. So I'm actually quite curious about that ban. And right now they've left the Uther open as well as a support. So could that be a pickup that Team Prospectors MY will look to?
Pretty possible. There's also the fact that there's the Kel'Thas, so you gonna want to consider all different angles here. Muradin, Falstad, not much of a synergy between both of those two guys there.
Mhm.
I think that Falstad should be looking at the Mighty Gus here. It's important there's a boss camp in Black House Bay, and there's a huge turning point. So you wanna pick heroes like Kel'Thas because his Phoenix is gonna buy you enough time. The thing about Kel'Thas is that rework to Phoenix cooldown. I think at a increased cooldown of about 20 seconds. That really killed Kel'Thas,
Yep.
way more than anyone expected.
Yep, definitely agree with you there. And Uta actually now going to be the shadow picked, as it is instantly going to be picked up by Team Prospectus MY. I also think that the reason they picked up the Uta is, yep, to definitely combo with the ETC for sure. And they didn't want to give the Uta to Team FFK as well. We did see Team FFK shadow ban the Uta originally and then decide to switch with the Li Ming, which I don't really agree on. I think Uta
Yeah.
would have been a better ban for sure. And now they've given the Uther ETC combination over to Team Prospectus MY.
Yeah, that's the problem now. They have to deal with ETC Uther, which I think it's still okay. Now, we know FFKG's got Diablo. The thing is that Diablo's got Lightning Breath as well as Apocalypse. And if you want to use Apocalypse, you definitely need to have a follow-up to it. A Lightning Breath, you need a good setup. So it has to be, well, Zagar's banned out, so that's the thing. Going for Diablo without Zagar, it's going to be pretty hard. I
Mhm.
would not be surprised if there is a Thrall again. Thrall Earthquake Apocalypse, we've seen that work.
Yep.
FFKG ran their own rendition of Earthquake Lightning Breath, and that also worked. So
Mm-hmm.
Thrall is a pretty good pick here.
Yep, I definitely think that Troll would be the best pickup here that Team FFK would take here. And they also do like playing the Troll. So we've seen Troll being picked up by them in a lot of games, and people respect banning the Troll for Team FFK as well. But I think that would be possibly the best combination there along with the Diablo and the Tyrande. But what would the other pick be? Oh, they are shadow picking the Reyna. They seem to love the Reyna. Oh no, going with the Troll.
Yep, it has to be the Thrall for me as well. This is a pretty good lineup, I think. Problem here is that I gotta decide what is the strategy of Tyrande now. So you have a follow-up to Diablo, whether it is gonna be Sundering Lightning Breath, or you're gonna be looking at Apocalypse Earthquake, or no Earthquake Lightning Breath. It doesn't matter. The point here now is that there is a solo support Tyrande, and it's up against an Uther. So if you want to continue on with a solo support, you need to have a lot of bursts to take down one target, so that you technically fight 4 versus 5 all the time. If not, then you really want to go for a secondary support, which you can go with Tessadar. That's a pretty good pick. Tessadar provides you at least with the Leeching Plasma and Thrall, but nope, for them it's going to be a Rainer. Rainer's okay. The Hyperion's going to be able to buy a lot of time over the turn-in point for Blackheart, so that's still okay.
I feel like I've seen this draft from Team FFK before. The Greymane, Diablo, Tyrande, Troll, and Rain. It feels like they have played this exact combo early on today. Not too sure. Need to double check on that. But yeah, overall, I think it's a pretty decent lineup coming out from Team FFK. They have the old school Diablo, Tyrande, Troll with the Earthquake to combo with Diablo's Lightning Breath, which we've seen them do before, and they do like. I don't think Apocalypse is the correct choice for them here. Maybe. We'll see. Reyna with the Hyperion damage coming out, and Greymane, there's a hero that we've seen so much today. Over Li Ming, as you said, like Malaysians, I guess we really love Greymane.
Alright, so we got that Jaina. And Jaina is there, and I saw this coming just now, but Jaina with Feldstat, that's going to provide some form of damage on their part. For pros, ETC Muradin, they have 2 warriors. Gonna be quite tricky to play off against Thrall. So we've seen some really good games with Thrall, Diablo going to the back line, picking up the likes of Lunara, Jaina. The same could happen here as well. I don't think that ETC by itself is gonna be enough to hold Diablo and Thrall back. I think Muradin's gonna increase the chances a little bit better. But at the end of the day, FFKG wants to burst someone down, and that's because they don't have the luxury of time. They cannot play sustain.
Yep.
And for pros, Prospector Hots, this team on the right here, they're gonna have to make sure that they take it slow.
Yep, they definitely have to. They have 2 warriors there. They have Uther, who's a pretty good sustained heal. Not the best at AoE healing, of course, but they're a combination there. They have a lot of time to drag out fights with the ETC and Muradin and wait for the perfect opportunity to try and get a good mosh pit off, for example. But Team FFKG, as you mentioned, time is not on their side. They need to burst one hero down to make it a 4v5, and if they don't, it could be some trouble. And on a map like Blackheart's Bay, where you're constantly a lot of roaming is going around, a lot of things are happening at one time. It's definitely Team Prospector MY. The name is so complicated.
Yeah.
Team Prospectors MY game to game to lose right now.
It is, and would say that I personally would like. I think the draft is actually very fair for this game. I think it's okay to say that the draft went both sides. This is one of those weird scenarios that neither team is on top of each other. The thing here is that Rainer and Greymane is gonna be able to do a lot of good damage, and I like that that Greymane is very consistent in Malaysia. I like that he's gonna be able to provide some form of burst. The big question here, where the money's on the line, is Thrall and Diablo. What is the combo gonna be like for these two?
Yeah, that will be the question. Will it be the Earthquake Apocalypse or the Earthquake Lightning Breath, or will Troll go the other way? I'm not too sure myself, but personally, I think I like the Earthquake with the Lightning Breath, because as we mentioned, they need to burst them down. They're not really a control team, though they do have some stunts in the form of Tyrande, of course. But I think it should be the Earthquake with the Lightning Breath for me.
Should be. It should be Earthquake Lightning Breath. But for me, I actually like the Chinese way of playing this, the Earthquake Apocalypse. I think that's actually a good lockdown. But for that to work, you kind of need a magic damage dealer on your side as well, which they don't have. So maybe that's why Diablo's going to have to go damage.
Yeah, if Li Ming did not get banned, I mean, if they didn't ban out Li Ming and Team Pros when with the same ETC with the combo, the last pick of Reina could have been, in fact, the Li Ming, and that would have provided them the damage, which would then, I would agree upon to the Earthquake along with the Apocalypse. Definitely that combo would have been so much stronger, which is why I still don't really agree with the Li Ming ban. Now, the Uta ban would have been a lot better for Team FKG. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting. But as you mentioned, I think this is a game where the draft did not come out on top of either team. So it's a pretty 50-50 team. It will all come down to execution and how both teams played out in
Right.
the early game. So yeah.
I like to point out, though, at this stage, there were a lot of questions in chat about why Raynor was picked over Jaina. Now, Raynor is being picked because he's a pretty good counter against ETC, with or without the oh, hi Eric. With or without the let's see, with or without the Divine Shield Mosh Pit combo. The main reason for that is that he's got Relentless Leader at level 13, and I think Raynor also has got Bullseye at 16 to cancel ETC. Picking Jaina does not help your team out of a mosh pit. Raynor, however, will be able to do so. Relentless Leader is so good. I think that knockback provides a bit of dispositioning on the ETC side, and that would already help you out of a really bad position. So that's the main reason why Fong Fei Gei Gaming, FFKG there, decided to go for Raynor.
But with that said, though, wouldn't the Apocalypse from Diablo also be enough?
Yes, but you don't want to burst your main gun, your main weapon, the big Apocalypse Earthquake, just to counter a mosh pit. Plus, Divine Chill actually cancels out the possibility of that Apocalypse canceling the mosh pit. So you don't have a guaranteed surefire way. However, for Raynor by himself, one talent tier, two talents actually, just the Relentless Leader as well as the Bullseye, threatens ETC's viability. And that's all you need. You still can use the Apocalypse Earthquake to really go in and set up the fight against the likes of Jaina, where you pick her off. You can still lock down the Muradin and Feldstedt without really doing anything. Raynor just needs to be there for Relentless Leader and Bullseye to really just work. That's just one, basic ability. I think that's a lot of value redeemed from Raynor's presence in that draft itself. So it's not like you're wrong. It's just that for Raynor, he creates a lot more value, and Diablo, it becomes like a spare weapon that you only fire when Raynor somehow screws up. So
That is true. That is true. I do
so at
agree
least
with
you have
you
that.
there.
Yeah.
So, what are your predictions for this game or this whole entire series? We're gonna have to play a
Oh.
best of 3 first, and then a best of 1. Do you think Pros is good enough here to take this to the best of 1?
I think FFKG is going to win this. I'm convinced. I am a changed man. I'm convinced. I think that FFKG is going to have this. I think it's going to be 2-1 though for FFKG. But I know they're going to win. It's just I think it's going to be 2-1 instead of 2-0 because Prospectors should have some tricks up the sleeve. Like you trust the likes of a Daily Fat Man and Exist to pull out something like an Abathur something just to win one game.
Yeah.
And you trust that it'll work. So yeah.
Well, I'm a fan of Deadly Fat Man regardless. He's deadly and he's a fat man. Hey, what else can you ask for in the name? So, yeah, I definitely do agree with you there. It's good. But right now, I don't know with the way Team FFKG has been playing today. They haven't even dropped the game so far. So that definitely has to be at the back of their minds as well. They have to be really extremely confident going into this. And that is the thing that I would say would lead to their downfall if they get over cocky, if they get too confident and say, hey, you know what, we can take these fights, and then they overextend at times. That is what could lead to their downfall here. So, but I do agree with you. I think FFKG right now, today at least, is the better team. We'll see if Team Pros can, prove us wrong. Definitely.
I know there's some fans of Fubbly Wobbly in the chat, so let the energy go to him. Daily Fat Man, it's funny the way you say it because I remember in 2015 when I was doing back when he was playing on Salt Gaming, when I was casting this entire series, there was this one engagement that I went, that's the Angry Fat Bear. Next to it is a Deadly Fat Man. He's deadly and he's fat. That's a bear, that's a man. They're both angry and deadly. There is no way you can win that team.
Best combination of a name, just by the name.
Best combo.
Win. Yeah.
Southeast Asia has got some of the weirdest names around. Like Singaporeans cannot create a team that does not start with R. Resurgence, Relics, blah blah blah. And then the last time we had this team called Magical Pony Boys, Maho Shonen. And then I actually had to go through the difficult explanation of why they created a team named Maho Shonen, and it was really sad. Chet died that day, but
I would actually like to
Yes.
know that story if Chad died.
just in a nutshell, it went very rainbow styled, and I am not gonna say that same joke again, but it is the real reason why they call themselves um, Magical Pony Boys.
Well, ponies are already very magical creatures, so
Yeah.
emphasizing on the magical part. But yeah, there's some weird names, man. That's one name that I probably never heard of, in fact. So
Well, if you're playing against the likes of Cloud9 and you call yourself Magical Pony Boys, how do you think you're gonna win that game? Like straight up, just tell me how. Are you gonna make them laugh at your team name and then they're like,
yeah,
oh, you know what, these guys are not serious? It just doesn't work. But that was actually a pretty good period of the competitive scene to be alive in. I think that moment was really good. Singapore had three really good teams, of which one is actually I think my revenge. There was Relics, there was MHS Maho Shonen, as well, which is the team, the Pony Boys team, and then there was my revenge. My revenge went to Seattle to compete because they represent all of Southeast Asia and ANZ.
Mhm.
Relics went to BlizzCon, not BlizzCon per se, but the BlizzCon Championship, America's tournament in Vegas to compete. And the Magical Pony Boys was the third team, but they never had anything except a name. So
Well, with a name like that, I would have been interested to watch those finals. Imagine Cloud9, the "Are you ready to rumble" kind of thing, like before a boxing match. Like,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
imagine
yeah.
like, "Are you ready to rumble?" Cloud9 versus Magical Pony Boys. That's a name to die
It
for.
would
I
make
can
my
tell you
day. That's a name to die for. That would make my day
that.
all over again. All right, so we're here. Malaysia National Finals. Two teams have qualified out of Malaysia today. One is FFKG.
Mhm.
Second is going to be Prospector Malaysia,
Yep.
Prospector MY. And they're both going to be playing right now for prize money. A
Mhm.
lot of you guys are wondering why we're still playing if we've qualified two teams. That's because there's prize money on the line and seeding also. The team that wins today's tournament is going to have the best seed out of Malaysia. The second best team will have the second best seed going
Mhm.
to the regionals. This is very important because they'll be split up into different groups. So you always want to get the best seed because if you match up against other teams that are probably second placed, and that's really important. Whatever advantage you can get going into the SCA finals, you really want to get that because only one team will escape out of Southeast Asia. I use the word escape, yeah. Out of Southeast Asia to compete for $500,000. So one shot, it's a lifetime opportunity in Seoul, Korea. C final is going to happen on the 5th or 6th of March, next weekend. We're going to bring you Philippines and Thailand, where we're going to have two teams qualify out of Philippines and Thailand respectively, total of 8 teams. Singapore have done its qualifiers already, representing SG's Resurgence as well as Relics. And I think right now we're just waiting for Om Nom Nom to be done with his toilet break.
Yeah. What would you do with $500,000 if you won?
I will not cast anymore, I guess.
Really?
I will retire. I mean, I don't know, man. 500K can change a man, and I'm a changed man after 500K. You put that money in front of me, I'm a changed man. I'll probably have more than one computer, maybe.
Wow.
Buy lots of popcorn and not care about my voice anymore. Yeah, I think that's gonna be my life. What would you do with 500K?
Well, $500,000 converted to Malaysian ringgit is heck of a lot of money. I probably still continue on with the casting and doing what I love to do, unlike some people. But yeah, it's always been fun casting. It's always been fun entertaining people. So yeah, I'd probably just get myself a nice house, I guess.
Oh, so sweet. All right, that's good. Probably you can upgrade and live in the Nexus like I do right now as well.
Yeah.
Breathing just space dust. But we got ourselves a great game. It's a great Arctic Shadow. Good to know that. Okay, so guys, thank you for tuning in already. We're very happy to have you today. Hope to see you guys again next week. Here we are going into Black Hearts Bay, the first game of the grand finals. it's going to be between Pros as well as FFKG and Blackhearts Bay, man. I remember this battleground, very iconic battleground. It's one of those that really strikes a huge impression because this is, I think back then the game hasn't launched yet, and you actually collect coins to turn in at this really badass pirate in the middle of nowhere firing weapon. I really like this idea a lot. This is going to be awesome.
Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting map because we don't see it that often. Those coins matter. You can win the game just from collecting those coins, and it's really, really interesting to see. So, yeah, man, I'm looking forward to an extremely awesome game here.
All right, so we're now going into game number 1. Blackhearts Bay, it is going to be on the blue team. We got ourselves here Prospector Hots. Wait, no. On the blue team, we got ourselves here FFKG. And they just paused the game. So,
Again.
yeah, they're probably going to try and fix the latency problem, but we're going to go through the introductions first. Om Nom Nom. In the shadow there, you're going to be playing the Diablo, Sephiria, onto the Tyrande, Doll Eater. We'll be playing as the Rainer, Mofolicious playing as the Greyman. Last but not least, we got Thrall being played by Stearns84.
Yep, and over on the red team, we see Mr. Deadly Fatman going to be playing on the Falstad, FZFZ on Muradin, MNGPK on Jaina, Axis on Uther, and Fubbly Wobbly is going to be on that ETC. Looking forward to this game, man. Just right now, it's paused again. Seem to have a lot of latency issues late into the day.
Yeah. Alright, so we're going to wait for both sides to relock first, get comfortable, because a lot of money is on the line, and seeding's on the line as well. We talked about the composition. I think it's pretty much agreed that both of us kind of favor FFKG's lineup.
Mm-hmm.
Am I misrepresenting you? Do you...
No, I agree,
okay.
FFKG.
Okay, good stuff. So, FFKG all the way. I like the Season Marksman talent pickup here. I like it a lot. I think that this is probably not going to be a very long game, but I think that we see the Marksman spec into Revolution Overdrive at level 7, Relentless Leader at level 13. You're probably going to have a pretty good time to do a lot of damage against Muradin and ETC. Do note that, yes, the Giant Killer at level 13 is very important if you're up against dual warriors. But against ETC, I think here, you can actually afford to pick up the Giant Killer because you really need to have the Relentless Leader to counter against the Mosh Pit. And I think that's something that FFKG will not have on their part. Thrall should be going for a full-on Chain Lightning, Wind Fury build. Greymane should be going for Gilnean's Cocktail build. Diablo, we've seen a couple of Diablo builds today. This one here should be going for Resurrection, cost less than 60 souls first, and next he should be going for full-on damage as well. That's the FFKG style, man. We've seen them play this Diablo Thrall before. Full-on aggression. Very, very painful.
Yep, indeed, very, very painful. As the game is going to be on pause, as all players are going to get back into the game. This is going to be an exciting game for myself as well. I'm looking forward to this one. Hopefully FFKG can live up to both our expectations and take this game.
Okay, so do note that a very weird situation exists right now. If pros win the series, whether it's 2-1 or 2-0, it doesn't matter. They have to play a rubber set best of 1. Whereas if FFKG wins the series, we're done. They are the undisputed champions. That's because they came from the upper bracket. Enough said.
Yep, agreed. It's actually a standard format that I've never seen before. It's really interesting when I first heard about it.
Yep, it's because I think the team FFKG that came from the upper bracket has not lost a single tournament yet, or rather a match yet. So they still technically drop to the lower bracket when you know. So
yeah,
they get that advantage at least. It's also not a best of 3 both ways because the lower bracket has been a best of 1 the entire time. Therefore, it's a best of 1. It's also different from a best of 5. Just saying, because you can win one game at the end and just win if you're FFKG. Whereas technically, if it's a best of 5, 1 point up, you're probably like what 3-1, and you don't win anything. Yeah,
I agree.
That's the difference.
Yep. As we are going to see some ping issues yet again with some relogging happening right now. Apparently, some of the players are getting 180 ping, which is interesting because you would expect that playing in the same cafe LAN area, that the ping should be the same across all players. So not too sure what's going on here. Hopefully they will be able to rectify the latency issue. It's obviously not fun to be playing on 180 ping.
Yeah. Okay, so we are actually going to wait for the ping to go down. Some people say the technology is not there, and we hope that it's gonna get fixed. But at this current situation, it seems like there's nothing we can do but stare at the small little octopus by the left hand side.
What small? I've never seen a small octopus at the left side. Oh, that
Come
one.
on,
Okay, you
wherever
mean the one
you
that's hanging?
are. I don't know. That's a shark. That's not an octopus. Where is Kraken? Oh, there you are.
Ah.
Hello. Hello there. Ah, look at that eye. That eyeball. Ooh. Not very sexy.
Yeah, it's one scary looking kraken though. Poor ship.
I really like the graphics on all the battlegrounds here in Heroes of the Storm. And this is one of the main reasons why I like this game so much. You look at this high level detail graphics,
Hmm.
and you just feel like life is complete.
Yeah.
Although the game is not like anywhere near complete, but the graphics is.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Well, while we're waiting for the game to be on pause, I think I saw that you were able to get yourself an Overwatch beta key, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so myself as well, and I believe that the first hero that they're releasing from that world is going to be Tracer into
Yes.
Heroes of the Storm.
That's
How do you
announced at
think?
BlizzCon.
Yeah, how do you think that's going to be? That's going to be pretty insane.
I've heard some insider information about Tracer, and it seems like she needs a lot of balancing because.
Okay.
So the thing about Tracer in Overwatch is that she's got that bling backward skill, like that
Yeah.
rewind
Correct.
ability that you just go back to where you were.
Yeah.
The current state of Tracer, based on what I last heard at when I was at BlizzCon, was that internal testing showed that if you are a good player, you will be able to kill a lot of people with Tracer, and they don't like that. So they decided to balance Tracer, and she's gonna come out when Overwatch is out. So it has been more or less confirmed that she's gonna launch along with Overwatch, and I'm excited for that.
Yeah, I am actually excited for that. Tracer is one of my favorite Overwatch heroes as well. This is going to be interesting to see how they incorporate that into Heroes of the Storm. And that's something that I find so unique about HOTS, is the fact that they're pulling heroes from all Blizzard games into, this one game and just put them all
Yeah.
together. Man, Blizzard, man, they're doing an extremely good job. One of my favorite companies I've ever, and, just props to them.
I agree. We love the game. I only got one small little complaint is that you got over 200 iconic characters and you only got 48 right now. That's not enough for me.
Give them some time. Give them some time.
They will have all the time they need, but I want my heroes, and I just want my heroes. It's as simple as that. I'm pretty sure that they are working on it already, and it's actually pretty good. 3 heroes, one hero every 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
I nearly said 3 heroes every 1 week. That would be the dream, right?
That would be the dream, but it'd be hard to keep up though.
It's hard, and also do note that as a caster, every single time they add a new hero in, you have a total of 20 talents, new talents, and 3 new basic abilities, 2 new heroics, and 4 more storm talents. Basically, you have a lot of names to remember. So that's the fun part about this game. You have so many changes coming in here, and Spring Championship is already coming to, I would say, a matured point where every single region is going to do their regional now. Out of China, it has been confirmed. The teams that are playing in the Spring Finals will be Edward Gaming as well as E-Star. I casted that series. I thought it was pretty good, and I know that E-Star is ready. Europe, they're doing the regional, I think, the same week we're doing our regional in Southeast Asia. So that's 5th and 6th of March. America is doing the regional, the Los Angeles final next weekend when we're doing the Philippines and Thailand qualifiers. So everyone's getting the teams ready. Korea's also doing their qualifiers right now. Just very excited, man. Just very excited for spring finals because I know this is gonna be the big one.
Which region is currently you would say as the game is about to start? Let's jump back into the game. We save the top for later.
Just a quick answer. I think E-Star's gonna win everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jumping into the game though, we do see some skirmishes happening at the top lane. 4 heroes from the blue side are there. Diablo getting gonna go in with the overpower, not gonna connect onto MNGPK as he's dropping extremely low right now. He's gonna have to back off, but FZ more than gonna be able to dwarf toss out of there with just a speck of HP left. Probably Wobbly in some trouble as he gets taken down. Ooh, so an early first kill for Team FFKG there.
Yeah, the Greymane just won a mouthful of sirloin, and he gets it. It's very nice. That ETC mid. Beautiful, glorious defeat there. I mean, it's a great gank at the end of the day. I actually thought Fubbly Wobbly did his best with the stun there. That would have resulted in a kill if the overpower did connect. Meanwhile, the ping is again at 200.
I think they need to, probably fix it. They're asking for a PC change, so that's gonna mean a remake though. So
just keep relogging. I like this guy. Just keep relogging.
Interesting. Team FFKG is the one with the first kill. You know, the pros are like, you know, just keep relogging. It's fine until it's stable. You don't have to change PCs. Let's not waste any more time, you know, trying to fix this issue. Yeah, hopefully we will be able to rectify this soon enough. I'm surprised though that one team's getting latency issues while the other isn't. That's pretty interesting. I've never seen that happen in a LAN tournament before.
Yep, it's I don't know if this is pay-related problem or it's connection, but so far we had a pretty good day today actually. For the last 7 hours of this cast, I think it has been pretty smooth. So this is the first time we actually have some technical difficulties. Both Arctic Shadow and myself are casting not at the venue itself. I'm casting from Singapore. He's casting from
home,
somewhere that looks like his home.
Yeah.
Your home is actually very neat, by the way.
Thank you.
That's that. The venue which they are holding this tournament is it's a cyber cafe at Malaysia. I think it's called Orange Stadium.
Correct.
And it's a pretty good cyber cafe, so I'm pretty sure that this is an intermittent problem. It's gonna get fixed soon. Meanwhile, though, you get to enjoy the Babel Arctic Shadow halftime show.
What shall we talk about now?
We bring you spoilers from from BlizzCon. Guys, the information's already out. Like, where have you been? Hiding under a rock since BlizzCon? Yeah. I'm looking at chat, by the way, and chat's really funny.
Twitch chat really can be cancerous sometimes, but you know, it makes me laugh. When I'm feeling depressed, when I'm feeling sad after a hard day's work, I come back and I read Twitch chat. You know, it's the best kind of chat there is.
Oh man, you lead a sad life. You're like, you know what? I feel like today's a really bad day. You pops on the Twitch, reads chat. My life's complete.
It makes you feel better. You have to, no doubt. You can't deny that. It makes you feel better.
Oh, it's one of the worst thing ever invented, Twitch chat. But I like Twitch chat. Okay, so we are. We were told that there's a new hero coming out soon, Zol, the Necromancer. Oh, guess what? Whenever we talk about things you're not supposed to say, the game begins.
Yep.
So yep, here we go. This is actually going to be pretty exciting for me. Blackheart's Bay. And we're looking at FFKG already pretty much close with about 1 kill. They get some extra EXP there. But if you look at the strategy from both sides, it is actually Falstad in the bottom lane. This is weird for me. Yes, it's the bottom lane is kind of like the off lane here, but Falstad's not going to be able to win against Thrall, and he's just soaking the lane right now. Thrall's going to have a pretty good time. Meanwhile, Greymane just died on the top lane. My bad, I missed that action.
Yep, Greymane falling to the combo of that Jaina, Uther, as well as the Muradin at the top lane. Good pick off there, as now ETC going to go in with the power style. Not going to connect though, as Saphira and Doll-E. They have to be careful. They do have some backup, the red team there, so they have to be extremely careful not to overextend a little bit, as they are going to be able to get some coins. 6 coins I see that is available on the red team. How many coins does the blue team have?
Blue has got 6.
6 as well, so...
Yeah, red has got 8 right now, so...
Okay.
So they will be quite close, but so far not much of a lead yet. Both sides pretty okay. In terms of talent options, guess what? Greymane did not go for Gilnean Cocktail build. He went for what looks like the basic ability right-click in Abyss combo build. And I think that's very unconventional. So far, I've only seen one successful Greymane build. This one here, I have to see what he picks at level 4. Meanwhile, Morpholicious takes a bit of a beating, will be okay. Omnom goes back in, and there goes the Shadow charge, doing a bit of extra damage onto the ETC. ETC gonna be fine, nice face mount there, but Morpholicious goes in, raises, swipes, picks up the kill, and on the other side, Dolly in a lot of trouble now, pulling back again, will go down, and Diablo with 5 coins, gonna be very careful, he wants to get a piece of that turkey meat, and will be able to do so successfully, but 6 coins on his Diablo, and they get it, but they forgot about the coin, and Saphira picks up all the rest of it there, and FZFZ also dropping, Exist is gonna go down as well, MNGPK tries to pull back out, the coins are going both sides, but Saphira saved the day with 10 coins on hand. What a play it is by Tyrande.
Yep, Tyrande now making his way to turn in those coins as well, with knowingly that he has 10. And ETC spotting that out, he's going to go there and try to stop him out. So good play by good map awareness by Fubbly Wobbly, realizing that he has 10 coins and stopping him just in time before he can actually turn in. But it was a really big clash there for the blue team. They were able to take out 4 heroes on the red side, and again, Tyrande just holding his ground, along with the Greymane though dying early. They were able to turn the tides of things, and they were able to take that clash. So, 5-4 right now, still really even game, as you can see by the EXP. No team's in a clear lead right now, so it's still anyone's game. So the coins, 15 coins on the blue side, they might want to look to turn it in, and it looks like Saphira will be able to get so.
Yep, he definitely is going to be able to turn in this one here. This is the first whiff of bombardment against the red team. And don't think it's going to do anything more than destroy some structures in the mid lane here. The fort should still be standing at the end. Stearns, meanwhile, goes in. Does not have the fair spirit. Should have done that a lot sooner. But, oh, God. Diablo is behind the gate right now. Red team's not here. Guess what? Nobody's home. But it's going to be okay. And 7 coins still left on this side. Meanwhile, the red team's actually somewhere in the top and mid lane, doing whatever they can to try and stay alive and relevant in this game. Half a level lead so far for FFKG. Talent build. Okay, for Greymane, he looks like he's going for a hybrid Gilnean cocktail build. And I'm actually going to pull it up for you guys so you know what's going on. First one is actually the Viciousness, which is what I think is the second best talent to have after the Perfect Aim. Now, Ice and Dark is basically just survivability. So the main reason why he picked that is because I think he's expecting to be in a lot of trouble if he dives into Jaina. So going for that extra stealth, I think he's at least going to be able to stay alive.
Yep, definitely. There's now the red team rotating towards that bottom. I think they do have enough coins to turn in as well. As now Diablo going to go in with the overpower onto that Falstad, but he will be able to get away with the barrel roll, and he will be gone to safety. And now is the red team, in fact, that's coming in, maybe trying to cut them off here. Muradin going to get the stun off onto that Greymane. Greymane could be in some trouble here. He's probably going to get taken down. Morpholicious just left alone to die by the rest of his team, and he will fall. Troll as well fell earlier on, so that's a 2-hero kill for Team Pros, and they will pull this back 6-6 right now in this game, and go for the turn in as well. I think they have enough. Do they? I think they're one short.
Yeah, I actually kind of like this level of engagement coming up from this game already. 6 kills, 12 kills in under 7 minutes here. So that's about 2 kills every minute. And this amount of rotation, it's really, really good to see. For Raynor, it's the standard right-click build with Revolution Overdrive. So far, very much anticipated. For Thrall, though, he didn't go for Windshare. Going for the follow-through instead for a little bit more damage at level 7. Pretty sure that's not going to be maximum sustain, and you really need to go for sustain at this stage, because to run the solo healer, you're not going to get any value out of it. That's it, you're right, it is going to be the Earthquake Lightning Breath combo.
Yep.
And, sorry, and I like the Shadow Stalker and Hyperion Touch as well with the Earthquake.
Yep, Shadow Stalk definitely a good pickup there by Tyrande, giving the bonus healing there. And yeah, Earthquake, Lightning Breath, man, that's going to be the combo to look out for this blue team. The red team, though, doesn't look like anything out of the ordinary. We see Ring of Frost being picked up, Divine Shield, Mosh Pit, Avatar, and the Falstad. So nothing out of the ordinary for either side, in fact.
Saphira with a very good Lunar Flare. I think he just saved the team there. Fubbly Wobbly got stunned, and that kind of slowed him down a little bit. That said, though, second with a bombardment here from FFKG. Top lane's going to get decimated already. There's one way that you can really get value from turning into Blackheart's Bay, and that is really just pushing the lane, because every single structure, this is like Sky Temple, you're playing structural points. Yep. Every single structure you take down, that's going to create a lot more value for you when you turn in the objective. So right now, Red Team can actually go and push the top lane. They already have the mercenary camp address just now. Would have been a perfect opportunity there. That's it. There's only 6 coins right now in hand of FFKG. I know this from the bottom right-hand corner where you see that this small little 6 there on top of the coin. That's the amount of coin that the team has total. Diablo pulling back and a Ring of Frost connecting as well. There goes the Lightning Breath. A lot of damage against MN GPK, but down goes Jaina and he's already gone. Greymane also going down. Unfortunately, stealth is not good enough. We still see the Divine Shield up on the ETC. Fubbly Wobbly pulling back. Dolly giving chase, but a stun coming out though from Muradin. And we see Om Nom Nom going in, and the follow-up from the Lunar Flare, and Uther is out. Fubbly Wobbly is going to be okay, as well as the Muradin. He still has got majority of the coins safe, but so far we already got 9 coins in the hand of FFKG, and they will probably get 14 pretty easily.
Yeah, the blue team did really, really good there. The Earthquake combination with the Lightning Breath just did so much damage. Greymane went in for the kill and took down the Jaina, and that allowed the blue team to do more damage onto the rest of the team, and then Uta followed suit. So just a really good, strong showing for the blue team, FFKG, as they pull now 1.5 levels ahead. They have reached the level 13 tier talents here. So the red team, they have to be extremely careful, but it does look like Muradin is going to maybe try and attempt to go for a turn in 2.
Yeah, right now you could see that blue team is just slowly, comfortably going for mercenary camps. The Chet just spawned here, and FZFZ looking for his turn in. It's only going to be 5 coins. He's still going to have to bear with the other 5 coins now. Chess just spawning as well. The first whiff of bombardment here for the red team. It's not going to do anything more than tear down the mid lane structures. Maybe not even a fort. I think the fort's still going to stand at the end of it, but they are also going to be able to get some extra coins from the bottom chest. Blue team picks up the top chest, if you will, and goes for boss right now. Very, very, very aggressive plays.
Wow, this is actually quite sneaky here for the blue team to go for the boss, and I don't think the red team knows about this. Will they be able to get it in time? That is the question, though. It does look like the red team is making their way towards that boss, but the blue team will be able to get it in time. Hyperion going to be used as well here, as now the blue team could be in some trouble. Will they get caught off? No Shadow Star going to be used. Muradin going to go, ECC going to go in with the power stack, catching 2, but Mosh Pit only going to connect on 1, which is the Diablo. Zephyra going to come in and keep his team alive. Fubbly Wobbly could be in some danger now, as Lightning Breath going to be used with the Earthquake. Lots of damage coming up, and ETC is gonna fall along with that Falsta. This could be some trouble here for the red side, as Uta's gonna follow suit. Jaina and Muradin running for their lives now, running away from the blue team. I don't think they're gonna be able to get away here. Will they be able to do so? Blitz is gonna be used to try and slow them down, but in goes the Diablo. Overpower onto the Jaina. He's not gonna survive this, and he's gonna fall. And just like that, 25 coins for the blue team. Team FFKG pulling ahead yet again.
I have to say, man, that Thrall play was really good. He actually ran in and he knew he was going to die, but that actually still worked out at the end with him landing the Earthquake there. At the end of the day, Reina did go for Relentless Leader, but that one-man mosh pit was not effective at all. That's only one Diablo, and I think that the blue team took it really slow. They were very confident, very comfortable going in. Also, if you look at the replay now, well, there's another whiff of bombardment against the bottom structures. So this is where they went in full. Hyperion, not the best. Morpholacious there, but this is where it's a big problem, because that Ring of Frost is an absolute whiff. If you look at Thrall, he's all the way in front. He knew that he's not going to get support, because Zephyria is actually on the left-hand side of the fight, but he went in all the way, and this Lightning Breath had maximum value against that, well, against the ETC. I guess that's how you get overdone Stirlon stakes, but in the meantime, you have got ETC gone already, Felstead dying as well, and that's just basically a great fight from FFKG.
Yep, and just like that, 2 levels ahead now. This could be a really big uphill battle for Team Pros to climb. And it does look like the blue team is going to turn in yet again, and they will be able to get what now, their 3rd wave of cannonballs coming towards the red team, and this looking really grim for the red side. Though we did see them come back from a 3-level disadvantage in the previous game to make it here and to qualify for the regional finals. I don't think that Team FFKG would make the same mistakes. They've just been so solid throughout the entire day, and right now just pushing down their top. This is looking really good for them. They're looking in a really good position, so it's their game to lose right now.
Yep, it is, and so far 16 against 15. Red team now finally going to get some extra advantage from pushing down the bottom lane. Like I said before, this is actually going to be structural points, and it's about how many structures you have left, because Blackheart can actually do the dirty work here and finish the game. Meanwhile, though, blue team going for a top lane aggression already. The keep is down to about 75% HP, and the Mighty Guy is going to buy the team a lot more time. But they are still knocking on the fort below. I don't think it's wise to trade a key for a fort, but they did anyway. And red team now having to pull back here. That was a nightmare. FFKG got a free keep out of it. And Blackheart already took care of the mid keep. So that's 2 keep down, 2 lanes getting pushed out. And pros, man, they're going to have to reflect on why they made the trade.
Yep, a little bit of judgment miscalculation there, I guess. They're not going back in time to save their keep, and definitely not wise to trade it that way, as now a clash is about to start.
Yep, immediate cleanse going down there. Diablo donating just 2 coins, not too much. Pretty stingy fella. At the end of the day here, we still have a total of 9 coins up against 11 on hand for both teams, 9 being on the side of pros. And for FFKG, they're just going to have to wait for Diablo to respawn here, which he's already back. He's got a big cheat engine called the Black Soulstone. And so far, you still see FFKG ahead. But this is where it's already level 16. Pros with the right talent pickups. Stone Form, it's a big talent here as well. I think it is actually Numbing Blast for Jaina. So that's also a big pickup. Echo Pedal for ETC. And Benediction there for Uther. So they are now ready for fights. It's going to be up to FFKG to get at level 20 first.
Yep. And the chests now have spawned. I think they're just going to trade chests here. That actually, the blue team looks like they're actually going to back off from that bottom because they don't have their full team there. This does look like they're rotating towards the pirate though. So will they try to pick a fight here? It is their best time to do so. The red team is pretty split up. ETC could be in some trouble in the top lane there. He goes in, getting taken a lot there, but nice Muradin Dwarf Toss to get away from danger.
Yep, but that of course is not so good. That said though, the mosh pit is completely atrocious. And we also see the Ring of Frost connecting only on one target in the backline. And that goes the Lightning Breath, looking to cook some chicken wings, but Felstad's going to be fine. Meanwhile, Om Nom Nom goes in for an extra Shadow Charge overpower combo on the Uther. Will be able to pick up the kill there somehow. FZFZ pulling back once again. MNGPK running away. And there goes the Blizzard, not really connecting or anything, but it's basically used to disengage. That's a big win there for FFKG. But the red team just turned in enough coins for the bombardment, and that's going to buy them some more time. I think it's actually enough for one more wave of cannon bombardment from the blue team. No, they need 4 more coins. Okay.
Yep, they do in fact need 4 more coins, but it was a really good clash there for the blue team, further extending their lead again, or more so to solidify their lead here in this game. Still about 1.5 levels ahead. ETC and Uther both down. Mosh Pit not going to be up for another 70 seconds or so, and that's really going to hurt the red team. And I think the blue team knows this. They didn't even have to burn too many heroic abilities, and in fact, most of them are up aside from the Hyperion right now. So this is blue team's time to push. They do want to, of course, get their storm talents as well. They're not too far away from it, just maybe a couple soak levels at the bottom and middle, and they should be able to get it, and that should mean the push. But it looks like they are going to get their 4th pirate, and it's almost gonna kill the core soon if they get 1 more. But it does look like they're actually going to go straight for the core, in fact.
Yeah, 4th or 5th, I don't think it matters at this stage here. They're almost level 20. They can actually go in here. Gotta be very careful of the core's already dropping a shield here. Red team nowhere close to defend this at all. Lightning Breath in full effect on the core. Hyperion above. I think it's game, ladies and gentlemen. FFKG, 1 game up. And pros now, they are just so far away from claiming this tournament. The money that's on the line, the seeding as well. I think it's really hard for them right now.
Yeah, I'm not too sure what Team Pros was trying to do there. I think they were trying to sneak a boss. They didn't really expect Team FFKG to just suddenly head in and go for the throne, the core, sorry. But that's what they did, and they got a really freebie. I would say it was a freebie there. So 1 up to FFKG. They just need 1 more to win the entire series.
Right, so far it's 1-0, and do note that Blackheart's Bay was chosen actually by pros, but they just didn't have the better plan going to this one. Just very clearly, some of the fights were a little bit weird. MNGPK's Jaina, Ring of Frost was really bad. I think 2 times it didn't really hit anyone at all. Then the big combo on that ETC as well, just lacking some synergy. It just really looked like FFKG is just a better prepared team.
Yep.
And they definitely look really good. Now, we're going for a short break, and we'll be back again with game number 2. You're joined today by both Arctic Shadow and myself, Babel. Hope you guys enjoy discussing coverage. We'll be back soon, so sit tight, stay tuned. More games on the way. The blue team team to really react here. FZFZ dropping a lot of HP, but by the way, MNGPK pulling back, but Adrenaline Rush will kick in. Exist swings by. This could be the turnaround there. Landing the totem, it's going to be some form of slow. Daily Fatman coming from behind, and frontline Uther's going down. Omnum in a lot of trouble right now. Daily Fatman still going in, and Muradin somehow surviving, but Exist overextending there. Some heals coming back out. He's going to find Greymane does go down. Sylvanas is gone, and all of a sudden, it's a nightmare for FFKG. They don't have the EXP lead anymore.